There is a moment most people misunderstand. It is the moment after the excitement fades. The music stops. The plan feels ordinary. Nobody is watching. The first burst of motivation has disappeared, and all that is left is you, your choice, and the quiet weight of what you said you wanted. That moment is not a sign that something is wrong. That moment is the doorway. Because anyone can feel inspired for an hour. Anyone can imagine a better life when the energy is high and the future looks bright. But the person you become is shaped in the moments when the feeling is gone and the standard remains. That is where real change begins. Not in the loud promise, but in the calm follow-through. Momentum is not magic. It is built, it is protected, it is repaired when it breaks. And if you want to grow, you have to learn how to return to your path without turning every bad day into a personal failure. You will miss sometimes. You will get tired. You will have days where your discipline feels weak, your confidence feels distant, and your goals feel heavier than they did yesterday. That does not mean you are not built for this. It means you are human. The question is not whether you ever lose rhythm. The question is whether you know how to find it again. Think about the person trying to get stronger in the gym. The first week feels exciting. New shoes, new playlist, new plan. But a few weeks later, the same weights are waiting. The same effort is required. Progress is slower than expected. Nobody claps when they show up on a normal Tuesday. And yet, that ordinary session matters, maybe more than the exciting first one. Because consistency is not proven when things are fresh. It is proven when things become familiar. Think about the student staring at a difficult chapter, reading the same paragraph again, because it refuses to make sense. Think about the worker building a skill after hours, when the couch is calling and the phone is glowing. Think about the person trying to rebuild self-respect after letting themselves down too many times. In every case, the same truth appears. You do not need a perfect day. You need a faithful next step. A lot of people quit because they think losing momentum means starting over, but that is not true. If you miss one workout, one study session, one focused evening, one honest conversation, you are not back at zero. You are at a decision point, and decision points are powerful. The danger is not the missed step. The danger is the story you attach to it. If you tell yourself, I always fail, you will make one mistake feel like a life sentence. If you tell yourself, I ruined everything, you will turn a small slip into a full collapse. But if you tell yourself, I return quickly, you give yourself a path back. That sentence can change the way you live. I return quickly. Not perfectly, not dramatically, quickly. When you return quickly, you stop worshipping perfection. You stop waiting for a clean calendar, a new month, a better mood, or some grand emotional reset. You make the next right move with the day you actually have. That is maturity. That is mental strength. That is how momentum survives real life. You want confidence? Keep returning. You want self-respect? Keep returning. You want discipline that does not depend on emotion? Keep returning. Every time you come back after drifting, you teach your mind something important. You teach it that discomfort does not control you. You teach it that delay does not define you. You teach it that your goals are not decorations. They are directions. And directions are meant to be followed, especially when the road gets boring. Here is a practical way to think about it. Lower the friction, raise the honesty, shorten the comeback. Lower the friction means make the good action easier to begin. If you want to train, put your clothes where you can see them. If you want to study, open the book before you touch your phone. If you want to write, leave the document ready. If you want to eat better, make the better choice visible. Do not rely on heroic willpower for every tiny step. Build an environment that helps you move. Raise the honesty means stop negotiating with excuses that sound reasonable but lead nowhere. There is a difference between real rest and avoidance. There is a difference between needing recovery and hiding from effort. Be kind to yourself, yes, but be truthful. Self-respect is not harshness, it is clarity. It says, I know what I need and I know what I am avoiding. Shorten the comeback means never let one missed day become your identity. If you fall off in the morning, return in the afternoon. If you waste an hour, protect the next one. If you lose a week, do not lose the lesson. The faster you return, the less power the setback has. This is how strong people are made, not because they never bend, because they learn how not to break. Your life will not always give you perfect conditions. You may have responsibilities, pressure, tired days, emotional weather, unexpected problems, and people who do not understand what you are trying to build. So you need a system that works when life is not smooth. A system simple enough to survive stress. 1 page, 10 minutes, 1 walk, 1 set, 1 phone call, 1 honest choice, 1 cleaned space, 1 focused block. Small actions may look unimpressive from the outside, but they have a hidden power. They interrupt the drift, and sometimes interrupting the drift is the victory. Do not underestimate the pride that comes from doing what you said you would do in a small way. That pride is not ego, it is evidence. Evidence that you can count on yourself, evidence that you are no longer waiting to feel ready. Evidence that your future has someone reliable working for it today. There will be days when your progress is invisible. Keep going anyway. Roots grow underground before anything breaks the surface. Strength develops quietly before it shows under pressure. Skill is built in private before it becomes visible in public. You may not see the result yet, but every honest repetition is voting for the person you are becoming. So stop asking, why am I not there yet? Start asking, what would a committed person do next? Not a perfect person, not a fearless person, a committed person. A committed person reviews the plan, a committed person takes the next step, a committed person rests without quitting, a committed person corrects without self-hatred, a committed person understands that the path is not ruined because it got difficult. You are allowed to be tired, you are allowed to be disappointed, you are allowed to move slower than you hoped, but do not abandon yourself in the middle of the process. Do not confuse a hard chapter with the end of the story. Today, choose one thing that brings you back into alignment, not 10 things. 1. Make it specific. Make it doable. Make it soon. Send the message, prepare the meal, finish the page, take the walk, practice the skill, clean the corner, start the timer. Apologize if you need to. Set the boundary if you must. Do the small, brave thing that proves you are still in the game. And when you do it, do not dismiss it. Let it matter, because it does matter. The life you want is not built only by huge turning points. It is built by returning again and again to the person you decided to become. Every return strengthens the road. Every honest step restores your direction. Every choice made with self-respect becomes a brick in a stronger foundation. So if you have drifted, come back. If you feel behind, come back. If the fire feels low, come back.